Sarah's here with simple outdoor solutions that will keep the summer vibes going well into fall. And Sarah, I don't know if you feel how I feel, but I don't want it to end. So how do we extend this season?
I'm with you, Tracy. I do not want it to end either. So I've got some really great ideas to allow you to enjoy your outdoor space well into the fall. So let's start with warmth. Okay, I have a chimenea. There's nothing better to me than the smell of a wood-burning fire. And we've had it in our backyard for a couple of years. You can't tell by looking at it right now, but it was a disaster because we left it out all winter and it got super rusty. But you can fix that if you've done the same thing in a couple easy steps. You need to clean it out, get some fine grit sandpaper and give it a good scrub so that all the rust is removed and the surface is smooth. Hose it down, let it dry, and then spray it with some heat-sensitive paint. You can get paints that are okay for high heat, and you give it a couple of good coats for that, just avoiding the areas where the fire's actually going to touch. So you can take the tray out if you need to, and you have a brand new fireplace outside. And this year, I'm not making the same mistake again. I didn't even know you could do this. You can get covers for your fireplaces outside, waterproof, drawstring at the bottom. I picked this one up on Amazon, and we're not going to have any more rust on that thing.
What about decor? Have you got any tips for us to extend the season?
For sure. You know what? Treat it like you do an indoor space, and we like to kind of refresh things as the seasons change. So toss your toss pillows, your throw pillows away, and add some that have a little bit more texture and fall colors. You know me, I'm not big into the oranges and reds, but you can still add some really beautiful fall rich colors and textures just by changing those little things. And then of course, a cozy blanket to snuggle up with. And you've added a space that you're gonna feel really cozy, snuggling up and reading a good book, which is great.
Focus as well as on your lighting, you say. That's an important tip anywhere when you're talking about decor.
Absolutely, and I've got a couple of different options here. I like the idea of string lights because they really do add a lot of light to a space, but even more so, I think adding lanterns outside is a really great idea, and I love these ones from HomeSense. They're nice and lightweight. They actually have handles on them so that they're easy to move around. And what I like to do instead of real candles, especially if they're in a high traffic area, if you have young children, I prefer to use battery operated candles. Or if you're clumsy like I am, because it's a much, much safer option. And then I've got the plants here too that I want to mention. A combination of faux, if you're like me and you don't have a very green thumb, are great. But there's so many beautiful options this fall. I picked these up from Sheridan Garden Centers. There's pansies and cabbages and grasses, and they're going to make the space feel like it has some life when everything else is kind of starting to fade.
You got to make your space a little bit more fun, you know, make it entertaining. So what suggestions do you have for that?
This is the perfect time of year to have fun with your family. And if you have a small space like ours, you can still do it. This is ladder ball, and modify it if you have a small space. So you can have just one of these set up and everybody throwing from one side. Same thing with something like horseshoes. We played this all the time when I was a kid. And it's just extending the time outside, making it fun, and keeping you warm.
Right, because you're moving around and you're laughing and you're having some fun. I love it all, Sarah. Thank you so much. Long live summer, my friend.